Om. 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 Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Pranams to the lotus feet of the Lord, pranams to all the Mahatmas and Gurujis, pranams to all of you. Shloka number 92. Dhanurdharo dhanurvedo dando damayita damaha aparajita sarvasaho niyanta niyamo yamaha. Dhanurdharaha, one who wielded the bow. Dhanurvedaha, the knower of the science of archery. These two namas we saw in the last class. Then we have to continue in the shloka further. So 859th nama, Dandaha. Dandaha means one in the form of justice. Dhanurveda deals with the war, which means that there is a adharma. And so there should be justice. Again, when there is justice, there is also a system of punishments and penalties. That is also the law of karma. For every wrong actions, there is a penalty, and that is the law of karma gives a result. So this is the law is danda. It is a system of justice. Bhagavan is in the form of a system of justice. It is a cosmic system of justice, and it is based on the dharma and adharma, punya and papa. Bhagavan being the upadana karana, the material cause of the creation, is in the form of justice and is manifest as that order. So dharma is one side of the coin and karma is on the other side of the coin. Without dharma, there is no punya papa. Without punya papa, there is no karma. So Bhagavan is manifest in the form of danda, the very law of justice, the power of punishing and the punishment. In Gita, Bhagavan says, Dando Dhametam Asmi, in the 10th chapter. For those who inflict punishment, I am the danda. This concept has to be very clearly understood. In fact, these are all some of the very basic fundamentals of our Hinduism. Unlike other religions, we do have what we call it as every action which we do generate punyam and papam. Every action we generate punyam and papam. And every punya papa will be accumulated into our account, for which will again come back. That is where we talk about the sanchita, agami, prarabdham, all those things. And prarabdha is the one which has just come, and where we need to go through it. It all based on the amount of punya and papa that we have done. And sometimes the punya fructifies, we enjoy a good life. We enjoy a good food. Sometimes the papa fructifies, we suffer. It may be minor suffering to big suffering. Similarly, it may be minor enjoyment to big enjoyment. I jokingly used to say, whenever I go to a shopping mall and it's a busy evening or on a Saturday, Sunday, there's no car park space and full. When I go there, somebody is taking out. See, Bhagavan has given me this. That means one good punya is fructifying. That's what I used to say. So every action creates punya and papa. And every punya papa, it will come back to us in the terms of goodness and badness, which nobody can escape. And Bhagavan is the one who is distributing what we have earned. Bhagavan is not punishing us at all. You have to understand it very, very carefully. Often we blame the Bhagavan for our sufferings. Do not ever blame Bhagavan at all. Bhagavan is only the distributor of what we have earned. If you go to the bank and then ask for the money, if the bank manager refuses to give you the money, and what he will say, your account does not have the balance, then will you blame the bank manager and saying that, hey, this guy is not giving me money in the vault, there's so much of money he is not giving me? No, you cannot blame. Because if there's a in your account, if there's a balance, he can give you. If there's no balance, how can he give it? It will not allow you. He'll lose the job. Similarly, Bhagavan is like that bank manager or the cashier or the teller who is distributing what you have earned. Please understand this. So never blame Bhagavan for whatever your bad things or whatever it is going through, because we have got a very wrong understanding and we have got a wrong way of attacking our problem. What? Immediately we go to Tirunallaru, Shani Bhagavan, or you go to Navagraha in the temple, whichever temple, Shiva temple, you have got a Navagraha. Immediately go round and round and round. Hare, Navagraha, Shani cannot do anything. Shani cannot do anything. Please understand that various astrology, if I go to astrology, that's a big subject by itself. Astrology, it can tell you what might probably, it is not sure. It is called predictive astrology. It can only tell you by appeasing Shani Bhagavan, you cannot do anything. Shani Bhagavan does not have the authority to anything. Then people will ask, why this Prayashchittam? Then Prayashchittam is, of course, is given in the Vedas. In the Veda Purva Bhaga gives Prayashchittam. The Prayashchittam is by the invisible punyam which is generated through the actions. Maybe that punyam might counter the papa which is already coming. If your punyam is powerful, it may overpower that papam and then give you good things. Or if that papa which is already fructifying, which is very powerful, any amount of pariharam will not help you. Understand this. These are all very clearly documented in the Vedas. So an intelligent way of living is what? Because these are all very profound concepts which you need to have complete clarity. The intelligent way of living is two things. One is, let us do good things now. Because we do not know what I have done in the past janmas. Because our account is anadi. Because we have done so much of akramas in the past and so much a bundle of fixed deposit of punyam papam accumulated in our account. So that is gradually coming out. We do not know what is that coming. So what is coming as the punya papa, which is coming, fructifying now, I have no idea what it is. So what I can do as an intelligent seeker, an intelligent, spiritually enlightened person, what I can do? An informed, spiritually, not enlightenment, then it will become jnani, because you have to use the word carefully. Spiritually informed person, a person who has got the understanding of our religion properly, what I should do. First thing is, what is coming, I have no control. So let me not worried about what happens. So I will not look at the Sani Dashaya, Ragu Dashaya, or go into the astrology with the horoscope. No point in doing it. An intelligent person will behave like this, okay? And then what happens? I will try to continue to do whatever good I want to do. I will try to continue to pray. I will try to continue to pray. And in fact, I will not ask anything which is material. Anything materialist desires, I should start coming down. Because initially, artha bhakti, initially getting rid of the problem and then getting all those job, promotion, children, grandchildren, all okay for a LKG student or a primary school student. For a person who is graduating in the spiritual ladder, should overcome this, what we call it as a sakama bhakti, and move towards the nishkama ishvara bhakti. That means what? Bhagavan will take care of what I deserve. He will give me what I need. He will take care of me. Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita very clearly, Ananyas chintayam tomam yejana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will completely take care of your yoga and shema. So what I should do as an intelligent person, I should redirect my effort in doing good to the society, in contributing to the society. That's what Bhagavan says as Panchamaha Yajna. I continue to do everything. Whatever I have done it in the past, I do not know. Let me accept all of them, whatever comes. I don't care. Bhagavan will do that. Bhagavan will take care of me. And I will do the good things. Thereby, what happens? The benefit is twofold. First is we are not unduly worried about what is coming, because there's a fear factor in our life. What is going to come? What is going to come? Our Swamiji used to say, the moment you go to the doctor and the doctor say there is some lump here, immediately go for biopsy. That's it. After you give the test for biopsy, results come, it takes after 4 or 5 days. He call it as a biopsy. So after 4 days, you won't sleep. Why? Because what is going to happen, we do not know. So what is going to happen, let it happen. We don't care. Let it come. I am ready to face. Bhagavan takes care of me. I am at the feet of Lord. So my job is to think of Lord all the time. That is why Vishnu Sahasranaamam is what? Lord is there. Vishwam Vishnu. He is there all over the place. My job is to think of Lord all the time. In every moment of my waking hours, I think of Lord. I connect with the Lord. Nothing else. Anybody I see is a Lord. Any situation I see is a Lord. Any being I see is a Lord. Any tree I see is a Lord. Everything is the Lord. I start connecting like this. That means what? I am not unduly tensed up about what is going to come. So the anxiety becomes lesser and lesser about the future, because we have got a future which is unknown, because of which our anxiety is very high. So by being this way, Bhagavan, whatever is giving, assuming he is giving you a lot of trouble, that means what you should do, you can take a reconciliation by saying, Bhagavan is very fair, he is very just, Bhagavan will not have any pakshapadam, he will not be partial. I have done something wrong in the past, so I need to suffer, let it be. One way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is saying that, okay, one more my papam from my account has gone now. Abada. So one of the bhaktas says, Bhagavan, keep giving me problem to me so that I can think of you all the time. Kunti Bhakti. Right? Because if you don't give problem, I will not think of you. So please make me suffer so that I will be at your thought all the time. So that is the exaggerated way of looking at it. But the intelligent living is, we don't care about what is coming. Whatever unfolds, I accept it. And whatever is there I can do, I will continue to do in a dharmic way. And anything I dedicate to the Lord all the time. So Bhagavan in the form of justice is never, never, never unfair. In fact, the Shastra says very clearly, the total punya pampa of all the jivas, that is what has created this world. Bhagavan has got no desire to create this world. This world has come into existence. The whole world has come into existence because of the total accumulated papa punyam of the jivas. Jivas means what? In all the 14 lokas, and the jivas included all the tree and then all the grass, everything which is there, even in this thing, all of them are jivas. So it is accumulated punya papam of the entire jivas, the srishti has come. And the accumulated punya papam, of which one portion is fructifying, is the prarabdha. This whole Kali Yuga is going through. You do not know what is going to happen tomorrow morning between Russia and Ukraine. There's a huge threat going on there. It may even spill over into a nuclear war. We do not know. Whether it will get solved, we do not know. Where the inflation will be, we do not know. Where the globe is going, global warming is going, we do not know. So there's no point in us worrying about it. If at all better sense prevails among the world leaders, they will preserve the earth. If the better sense prevails among the political leaders, they will stop fighting. Parasparam bhavayantah. So live and let live. If they don't, that is the fate. That is the fate which I cannot do anything. So as an individual, what I should do is, I try to do what I can do. So if you are a political leader of a country, you are a president of the country, you can do the right things, what you can do for the country. But we as a mortal being who are very piddly guys who are sitting somewhere in a corner, making a small living, working for a company or doing some small business, I am there. What I can do? I do what ethically I can do. And for me, my thought should be always with the Lord. Lord will take care of everything for me. I am not worried about it. Anything which comes, I take it from Him because Lord is never unfair. So Dhando Damayata Masmi, Bhagavan says in Gita, and Dhandaha in the form of justice, He will always wield that. That's why Kodandapani, Shangapani, Pinakapani, various this thing wielding the Danda tells you establishing the justice. He will keep the justice under control. That means Bhagavan knows. He knows how the whole thing has to be taken. He is the intelligent cause. Also, he is the material itself. Bhagavan is the Upadana Karanam, we said. That means he is the material. So he will take care of everything. As an individual, my job is to chant Vishnu Sahasranaamam daily. Think of Lord all the time. Always immerse in the thought of Lord. Be good, do good, say good, and then keep doing and accept everything as the prasada. The next one, Damayita, one who wields justice. As a Nimitta Karana, Lord becomes the Damayita. Not only he is in the form of justice, he is also the wielder of justice. I told you, he is the wielder of justice. Not only he is the ultimate wielder of justice, but he is the one who wields the justice in the form of ruler, judges, and manus, everything. So he is the intelligent cause as well as the material cause. Everything is Bhagavan only. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. So take care of it. Then Damaha, one who is in the form of punishment, disciplining. Danda is the system of justice which when wielded gives a punishment, a penalty for wrongdoing. The penalty which acts as a deterrent, preventing the person from taking to adharma in the future is Dama. The attitude of restraining oneself from adharma that comes as a result of punishment is also Dama. So this Dama is also Bhagavan. That means what? One should not repeat the mistake again. Maybe once I have done the mistake, it is okay. Maybe I have done it, it is okay. But repeated making the mistakes is absolute stupidity. Arjuna asked again, now, why people are making mistake knowingly? Bhagavan says, Kamayesha, Krodayesha, Rajoguna, Samudbhava. Last week, that's why I gave you the talk on the health and the Vedanta. We all know I am diabetic, I am not supposed to eat. I was also a culprit. We immediately eat. Because we are yielding to our temptations. So one has to be very clear. So Bhagavan disciplines. And what he says, he is giving you the disciplining process. I will not even call it as a punishment. He is trying to discipline us. He gives any number of chances, so that you are able to come back. In Ramayana, Ravana was there. As you know, it's a 10-day war. On the 9th day, but Rama says to Ravana, I am giving you one last chance again. Go and come back again. Think over it. Ravana doesn't change. Same thing in the Mahabharata war. All those epics should teach us. Many things are taught by Mahabharata and Ramayana. Other than Vishnu Sahasranaamam, if you are not ready to go for Vedanta classes like Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad classes, okay, keep aside. At least start focusing on the Dharma Adharma, for which you listen to Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, and chant Vishnu Sahasranaamam. Listen to these discourses which a proper Acharya repeated, listen, and be a dharmic person. You will naturally come to Bhagavad Gita and other Vedanti scriptures one day, either in this Janma or some other Janma. Machitta Madgata Pranaha Botayantah Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha Tesham Satati Yuktanam Bhajatam Preeti Purvakam Dadami Buddhiyogam Tam. Bhagavan says, I am not saying anything. Krishna says, you be in the thought of me at appropriate time, I will give you the Buddhi Yogam Jnana. Jnana Deepena Bhaswata. This comes in the 10th chapter of Gita. So our job is, in every experience, we must understand Bhagavan is giving me he is trying to discipline me. He is trying to indicate me. And better I behave properly. That's why in Mundaka Upanishads, there's a beautiful saying, Pariksha Lokan Karmachitan Brahmana. A person who has examined his life at least up to at the age of 40, 45, who has examined the life, will clearly understand that this current life way I am living is not correct. In fact, I am listening to Swami Omkarananda's lectures on Tirukural and Bhagavad Gita connection, and he beautifully says to believe in God, there is nothing is required. In fact, for a person who is atheist, say there is no called God, for him it is very difficult to prove there is no God. Because the whole thing, whatever is happening here, who is rotating the earth, who is giving you the four seasons, who is giving you the rain, that itself there's an invisible principle which is there. So there's no need for an atheist to prove the God. Only if somebody is agnostics or atheists, they will say there is no God. So you don't get into argument at all with anyone. I'm just giving you a tip. He beautifully puts it. So you don't need any reason, because very fact that every day I'm getting up is a big thing. Every day I'm getting up, what is the guarantee I'm going to be there? Every day I'm giving is there's a loved up working. It's a Bhagavan. So that's what it is. So he is a Damaha, one who is in the form of punishment, otherwise disciplining. So understand in these shlokas, what is the thing is, you have to understand every issue or every hurdle, every struggle we are going through. It is all Bhagavan is testing me. Am I closing closer to the God? Am I going closer to the God or not? Or am I going away from the God? So that is why Bhagavan tests us all the time. Next one. Aparajitaha. Aparajitaha. One who is conquered. One who is unconquered. One who is unconquered. Bhagavan is aparajita, never defeated by anyone, because there is nothing other than Bhagavan. A second thing, para is not available to defeat him. Everything is Bhagavan. Where is the question of defeating him? Often some of the people make a stupid statement. Conquering. The word conquer has to be taken away from the dictionary. You cannot conquer anything. Everything is Bhagavan only. We are trying to conquer the neighboring country. That's what going on. Conquering. Everything is Bhagavan. So where is the question of conquering him? Some people say, I'm conquering the nature. I told you beginning before also. Never use the word conquering. You have to align yourself with the nature. Nimitta matram bhava. You are supposed to align with the nature and live with the nature. If you don't live with the nature, you go against nature, nature will teach you. Very simple. So never say, I'm trying to conquer the nature. No, impossible. Global warming will come, pralayam will come, everybody will die. Other beings will be quite okay, happy. So aparajitaha. Then sarvasaha. Sarvasaha, there is a two meanings given. One, capable of everything. The other one is one who can withstand all. So, with reference to all karmas, he is saha, capable, and hence sarva saha. That means he has got the capacity to create, sustain, and withdraw the jagat. So, he can do everything. He is a Bhagavan. We talked about the definition of Bhagavan. So, the six gunas he has got. So, he can do anything. Then, second one is he can withstand all. He is sarva saha because he can withstand and overpower all the enemies. None can stand against him. None can stand against him. Bhagavan is available and nobody can stand against him. So understand. So all these namas, what they are trying to tell you is you have to develop humility. I repeatedly say humility is the hallmark of an educated person. Unfortunately, the materialistic success, the so-called materialistic success, has made many human beings arrogant. Unfortunately, all this because of the interplay of Maya, some material success you have got, some new system of this banking and currency, all those things have falsely give you a fake ownership of various things. I have got so many $1 billion in my bank account. Nothing. You are not taking even a penny with you when you are going away. We all know. But what happens? I become arrogant. Vidya datati vinayam Vinayadhyati patratam dhanam apnoti dhanat sukham. So the vidya should lead to vinayam. So you have to understand, never use the word I am going to conquer. Bhagavan is the one who can conquer everybody who is conquering. He is unconquered. Similarly, he has got the capable of doing everything, and he can withstand everything. He gives us a long rope for the human being to behave properly. Otherwise, he will wipe us, all of us, from the earth very soon. So all these namas are interconnected again. Then Niyanta, another nama which is again a beautiful one. Niyanta means the governor. He is the Niyanta, the governor of all. He delegates duties to all. Each aspect of the creation as a devata, and all the devatas are nothing but Bhagavan himself. From a particular manifest phenomenon, an exalted jiva becomes a devata. I told you, you can become a Indra, you can become a Varuna, you can become a Agni, you can become a Saturn also. Guru, Saturn, Rahu, Kedu, whichever it is, everything you can do. Every exalted jiva is promoted as a devata, and you are only functioning as per the direction of the Bhagavan. Understand this. Water is a phenomenon, and so there's a Jala Devata. Air is a phenomenon, there's a Vayu Devata. Fire is a phenomenon, there's Agni Devata. So Shishura is the Niyanta, the Devata in charge of the total, and he governs by entrusting everyone with different functions as duty. This is a network. Taittiriya Upanishad says all the devatas are working because of the fear of the Bhagavan. He's trying to portray for human imagination. Bishasmat vataf pavate, bishote di suryah, bishasmad agnischendrascha, mrityudhavati panchamayiti. So he said the Surya Bhagavan, sunrise is there because of Bhagavan. The Vayu is working because Agni is working because of Bhagavan. So they all are having a fear. That's why they are all working. Like this, it's portrays. So because everything is Bhagavan ultimately, understand. He is the ultimate governor. Niyanta, then Aniyamaha, one not bound by any rule. Aniyamaha. So the rules of Sandhi allows this Nama and the next Nama to be taken as Aniyama and Ayama. Okay. And also Niyama, Yama. Now, Niyanta, Yamo, because this particular Nama, Niyanta, Niyamo, Yamaha. Niyanta, Niyamo, Yamaha. The Niyamo, Yamaha can be split in two ways. One is Niyanta, we have seen just now, governor. Now, Niyanta, because of the Sandhi rule, you can first take it as Aniyamaha and Ayamaha. That is one way of doing it. Otherwise, Niyama, Yama, Niyama. Like this, we can split it in two ways. First, let us look at the meaning as Aniyamaha and Ayamaha. Aniyamaha means one not bound by any rule. So, Ishvara is a Niyanta, the controller of everything and everyone, but he does not have a Niyanta, a controller to dictate, to rule. Or Swamiji used to jokingly say, Parvati does not have mother-in-law, because it's a causeless cause. Bhagavan is the ultimate one. Okay? Parvati is the ultimate. There's no mother-in-law for Parvati, they used to say. So like this, Bhagavan is the ultimate. So this is so, he does not have a Niyanta, a controller to dictate rules such as this is to be done by you, this is not to be done by you. Therefore, he is Aniyama, not bound by, subject to any Niyama, rule. He is self-controlled. Because his Bhagavan does not have a boss, he can do anything. No, he is self-controlled. Because he knows exactly. He is such a self-disciplined person, Bhagavan. And he exactly knows. You cannot bribe him. You cannot bribe him and say, Bhagavan, I will come in the back door. You can bribe the system. You can go to the temple and then bribe the Archaka and then go and bypass the queue. Bypass the queue and then go and see the Lord. But you cannot bypass him. Swami Dayananda used to jokingly say, in Tirupati, Perumal, Balaji, if you have to darshan, there is something called Dharma Darshanam. Dharma Darshanam means you don't need to pay anything. It's a long queue. So when that is a Dharma Darshanam, Swami Dayananda used to ask, what is the other Darshanam? When this is Dharma Darshanam, other one is Adharma Darshanam. So you do, for Darshana also, you do Adharma. What? Bribing the Purohit, somebody or some worker there in the temple. This akrama is happening in all the Tamil Nadu temples. You go to Kerala, you may be any big person. You have to be on the queue. You have to come through that. Whereas in our case, we all have bribing 100 rupees, 200 rupees, that you do that, Archana, do this. We have made our religion into a commercial activity. It's a pity. It's a pity. Not understanding what really the religion means. And everybody is going for that. Arey, yeah, if you are not able to go and see the Bhagavan there, it's okay. Gopura Darshanam, Papa Vimochanam. You see the Lord from the Gopura and it's okay. Because for us, Vishwam Vishnu, everywhere Lord is there. It doesn't mean you should not go to the temple, but don't resort to this bribing and going and seeing the darshanam. At least we should stop it. Those who are listening to this lecture should stop this nonsense. You want to contribute to the religion? Okay, put whatever the dollars or money in the hundi. It's okay. But don't, even for having darshanam in the temple, don't resort to unethical practices. I went to Sri Rangam once along with my full family. Long queue. We turned back, saying that thank you very much. Long back. Thank you very much. Next time again, me and my wife went. Perumal was waiting. Bhakta, I was waiting for you. That day I was disappointed. I could not see you. Now come, I am giving you darshanam. He told me that. I did not pay anything. Tirupati is supposed to be my Kuladeva, where I have not gone for ages. I go to Perumal temple very often here and then say, Lord, pray to the same Bhagavan. Not that I don't want to go to Tirupati. Opportunity did not come. But if I want to go, I have to stand. I must be ready to keep 1 or 2 days. I must be physically fit. The climate should be all right, so that I will be able to stand in the Dharma Darshanam and take a queue and go and watch him. Bhagavan says, Bhakta, you go here and then have the darshan. You are already doing my chama, you are chanting every week, so that is fine. You must have the conviction. You must have the conviction. You must have the understanding of the religion. You must have the understanding of the religion, what it says. Then you must do it. Don't get fooled by these guys who are putting these rules and paying for seeing the Lord. So Bhagavan is the one who is the aniyama, not bound by anything, subject to any niyama. He is self-controlled. Anyhow, I digress a bit, but this is a topic which is always disturbing my mind, because we, on the one hand, we are becoming religious, but the religion is what? We are abusing the religion without knowing what the religion is. That is the problem. Anyhow, second one is ayamaha, one who does not have death. One who does not have that. Yama is the Lord of death. So Parameshwara does not have the Lord Yama knocking his door. So he is not subject to death. Hence he is ayama. So this is the way you can look at it. So aniyamaha, one not bound by any rule. Ayamaha, one who does not have death. Of course, yama, niyama are the first. The other way of looking at this, yama, niyama. Yama, do's and don'ts. So yama, niyama are the first two limbs of the Yoga Shastra. The Patanjali Maharishi's Yoga Shastra gives you yama, niyama. Now, I will take out and give you that. I'll give you the details. In fact, we talk about it very often. I'll explain this. So, yama means restraint. Niyama means which you have to do it, which you have to practice. Our Swamiji has given a brilliant talk, 10 Commandments of Hinduism. So, Sanatana Dharma. So Yoga Shastra of Patanjali Maharishi has got 8 steps. Now, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So that the purpose is finally for developing concentration. You go through this. It's a beautiful system. So these yamas and niyamas do not apply to Bhagavan. Yamas and niyamas. So what is yama and what is niyama? Yama means restraining. So ahimsa, avoid violence in thoughts and deeds and words. Satyam, refrain from uttering lies. Asteyam, do not own anything illegitimately. Brahmacharyam, avoid adultery, maintain chastity and appropriate relationship. Aparigraha, eliminate greed, practice the act of giving more. This is called yama. This is for us, not for Bhagavan. That's what I want to say. Then niyama, practice. What is so restraining? Ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraha. So you should not say restrain ahimsa, not to be read like this. Ahimsa means avoid violence in thought, deeds, and words. Satya means refrain from uttering lies. You have to accordingly interpret it. Asteya means do not own anything illegitimately. Brahmacharya means avoid adultery, like this. Aparigraha, eliminate greed. This is yama. Niyama means practice. Now, what is to be followed? Practice. Saucham. Maintain cleanliness in body, mind, and language. Santosham. Santosham means not joy. Santosham means actually contentment. Have contentment with regard to possessions. Tapas. Tapas means practice austerity and perseverance, a voluntary self-denial for a short period, like Ekadasi, Upavasa, like this. So tapas. Swadhyayam, read scriptures regularly. And Ishvara Pranidhanam, submit to the universal law of the Lord. This is called Niyama. So Yama, Niyama as of the Ashtanga Yoga, that is applicable for the human beings, but that is not applicable for Lord. Hence, he is Aniyama and Ayama. I will share this bookmark which I made it. Which we share it in our Bhagavad Gita classes, because these are very, very fundamental things for improvement of a personality. Maybe I will put it in this group also after the class in our Telegram group. So Yama consists of abstaining from causes to injury others, falsehood, theft, incontinence, and greed. Niyama consists of cleanliness, contentment, austerity, study, and devotion to God. And these niyamas prescribe a lifestyle for preparing the mind, chitta shuddhi, which in turn helps in reaching the Bhagavan. So chitta shuddhi is the first step through karma upasana yoga, following yama niyama, so that you are able to reach the God. So he is called yama niyama also. This is the shloka number 92. Now we will go to shloka number 93. Sattvavan swatvika satyah satya dharma parayanah abhipraya priyarhorha प्रियकृत प्रीतिवर्धनः सत्ववान सात्विक सत्यः सत्य धर्म परायणः अभिप्राय प्रियार्होर्हः प्रियकृत प्रीतिवर्धनः. Sattvavan, one who is all courage. Sattva has many meanings. Here it has the meaning of Shaurya or Virya, courage and valor. So the Lord is invoked at Sattvavan, one who has all the courage and skill to face the challenges. The courage without skill is foolhardiness. Skill without courage is useless. In order to get courage, we invoke Ishvara with quality of courage, since Ishvara has in its absolute measure. So we need to have both skill and courage, both. And if you want both, better you seek to Ishvara, he will give you. Satvika hai, one who is predominantly Satvika. Even though Ishvara has a Maya Upadhi made up of the three gunas, he does not come under the spell of these gunas, especially the Rajas and Tamas. Bhagavan can never afford to sleep or be lazy. All these serve him as powers because they are necessary to create the world of living beings and inert objects. Since Bhagavan is all-knowing, Sattva is predominant. Further, taking recourse to the Sattva Guna, he does the job of protecting the world. Hence, he is Sattvika. The human beings are predominantly driven by Rajas and Tamas to situations of agitations, restlessness, depressions, laziness, indifference, and so on. Now, to be a Sattvika and be from problems caused by these two gunas, Rajas and Tamas, Bhagavan is invoked as Sattvika. It's a big subject by itself. The whole world is made up of three gunas: Sattvam, Rajas, and Tamas. And every individual has got three gunas. Sattvam means predominantly a contemplative thinking nature. Rajas means, Rajoguna means an extroverted, agitating nature. Tamoguna is neither Sattvam nor Rajas, a sleepy, a lazy nature. That is, as a human being, I am giving you a simple definition. So it is given in the Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. where we have got a clinical analysis of the three gunas. And we must strive to improve our sattva and become predominantly sattvic personality, and reduce the rajas and eliminate the and reduce the rajas, and then further reduce the tamoguna also. Now, so you have to be very careful. You cannot eliminate all the three gunas. All the three gunas are required. You cannot make it 100% sattva. You require tamo gunam. Only when the tamo gunam is there, you will be able to sleep. Otherwise, you will not be able to sleep also. Sleep, Nidra Devi is what? Tamo gunam. Night for 10 o'clock, you become asleep. How? Because of tamo guna. When the morning sun rises, you are very active. How? Because of rajoguna. So you require all of them. But you require satvikam predominantly. Satvikam what? Contemplative nature, thinking nature, and what? You must have a discrete viveka janya vairagyam. All those things will come only when you have got when you become a satvika purusha. So everybody is made up of three gunas. Our gunas varies. That is how the varna, ashrama, all those things I have explained. In the varna is based on the three gunas composition. I'm not going to repeat them. I have explained it in the previous classes. You can go back and refer, or can come and attend our Bhagavad Gita classes. So everybody is mixture of three gunas. I'll come to the point. One has to become predominantly a sattvika purusha. Bhagavan is predominantly a sattvika purusha, and we must become a sattvika purusha. Bhagavan, because of the Maya Shakti, which has got three gunas, with the Maya Shakti only is creating the Jagat, which is predominantly a tamoguna, and creating the jivas, who are predominantly a rajoguna pradhana. These are all very technical subject. I'm just simply putting it. So, but what is important is the gunas are alterable. You have to understand. Our gunas can be changed. And we continue to change our personality even otherwise. What is you like? What did you like at the young age? You don't like at the old age. You can see your change in taste even as an experience. So it is dragging is different. By effort, you can change your gunas. So one should become a sattvika purusha. That means one should become a dharmika purusha. Now one should become a contemplative person. One should become a calm-minded person. These are all the kinds of the features of the sattvika. And Bhagavan says in the Gita, Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigunnyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvantvo Nitya Sattvastaha Niryoga Kshema Atmavan Nitya Sattvastaha. So one should become a Sattvika Purusha. If you are going to closer to the God, means one should predominantly increase the Sattvam. The predominantly increased Sattvam is called Brahmana Guna. Not Jati, the Guna. So Brahmana Guna means predominantly a Sattvik Purusha. Then there will be some Rajoguna, some amount of Tamoguna will be there. But predominantly Sattvik Purusha. So for which you have to always be with the Lord. Bhagavan says, Tribir Gunamaye Bhavaihi E Bisarvamitam Jagate Mohitam Napi Janati Mabhebhya Paramavyayam Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva ye prapadyante Maya metam tarantite. Only by reaching me you can cross over this Maya. This whole world is made up of three gunas. And when you will always be attracted to the world, you resort to me, you can overcome all these things. Bhagavan says very clearly in the Gita. Understand this. So you have to be in the thought of the Lord. Again, repeatedly, everything comes to the same thing. You become a karma yogi. What means what? Ishwara Arpana, Prasada Buddhi, Panchamaha Yajna, and Nishkama Saguna Ishwara Bhava, Manmana Bhava Madbhaktaha, Madhyajimam Namaskuru, Mame Vaishvaya Utpaivam, Atmanam Matparayanaha. All those things, so many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita, which is talking about always be in the thought of Lord. If you are in the thought of Lord, your Sattvika Guna will automatically improve. You don't need any other recipe. Like in health, we say, right? Whatever is natural, predominantly plant-based whole food. If you eat, your health will improve. You are actually normally healthy. You don't need to improve health. You are normally born healthy. We are only spoiling it by eating all wrong things. Similarly, we are naturally good people. Only thing is we have to be aware as we grow. That's why the child is so young, the child is so innocent. So why the child has got the mind of a Bhagavan? It is so innocent, very clear. But only thing is, as we are exposed to the world, we become polluted. So similarly, here we have to develop the satvikam, and we have to, because we have to undo whatever we have already learned in a wrong way. We have to undo all of them, for which we have to be with the thought of Lord all the time. So we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mayi Mayishaha Gobramанebhyo Shubhamas Nityam. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om.